Hello and welcome to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto. Someone the other day said your name isn't Save with Crypto. I think my father, Fred with Crypto, would disagree with you, although he's dead now, so that won't happen. But yeah, Save with Crypto here. I think I'm on my own today, although I did just get a few little blips on my what do you call it? On my Telegram. So let me just see what that was all about. Okay, that's nothing at all to do with anything. Although I did get a message off a friend of mine. I wonder what that's all about. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I've got a mate who's got like strange sort of deposits appearing in some sort of wallet. I'm not sure what wallet it is though. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to reply to him. Hang on. I'm saying, I'll say, what wallet is that? What wallet is that? So I'm a bit concerned in case he clicks on anything. Yeah, it's one of those things where like people send you like weird sort of tokens, and I don't know, it's probably something malicious, I don't know really. Anyway, Scotty's here. Hello, Scotty. Christmas falling all around me, children crying, losing sums, 'tis the season, love and understanding, Merry Christmas everyone. Very good, actually. Did you conjure that up yourself? Did you? Good. What's the tune? I can't think now. Oh, whatever it is. So it's someone like it's not a traditional tune, is it? I can't remember. Anyway, right. The reason I was a bit confused in my thumbnail, that obviously wasn't me in the thumbnail, but the reason I was a little bit confused was so the Japan interest rate last night. Actually, let me just check the audio. Okay, awesome. That's good. Just check I haven't done anything bad like what I sometimes do when I'm on my own. So the Japan interest rate last night was kind of expected. It's the highest interest rate they've had for 30 years or something like that. So in theory, that should tank the market. But because the CPI data yesterday in the States was good, it was kind of okay. So the price of Bitcoin actually rallied quite nicely last night. Now the weird thing is I kind of thought, with everyone talking about, oh, that's it, it's all going to be over, then hang on a minute. Just going to show you a screenshot. Just want to check I got the right one though. No, it isn't that. All right, maybe I won't do that. Actually, maybe I could. Ooh. Sorry, I'll stop talking to myself in a moment. No, actually I won't. Hang on a sec. Oh, yeah, that one. Okay. Anyway, bearing that in mind, what I decided to do was to I was shaking Stevens, yeah. What I decided to do last night was I thought I'll just do a little long, just in case everyone's expectations are completely wrong, and that's what I did. I did it on Bybit, and I just wish I'd gone larger, because I only did it with like about $50 or something. So actually no, it's a bit more than that, but I'm about $80 up. That's it, and but that was a 59% increase I got there. So that would have been good, wouldn't it? But yeah, I didn't do that, unfortunately. Anyway, so let's have a look at what's happening. Well, so what I've been looking at for the last few days, let me just turn off Quadzilla for the moment. What I've been looking at for the last few days is this kind of like resistance line here. Now, obviously with these things, I'm not really into them, to be honest, because like you can just redraw them as you like, sort of thing. And obviously that isn't valid because that's only got 2 touch points. So realistically, you're supposed to have at least 3. So if that went from there, let me turn the magnet off. Went from there. Does that work? Not really, does it? Because you've got like, I suppose as long as it's not going through candle bodies, that's okay, isn't it? Let's go bigger on like the 4 hour. I suppose you could do something like that. Looks more like it should be like that though. But I always think these, these wicks and stuff, they're going to just be different on different exchanges, aren't they? Anyway, something like that. Maybe I could do a parallel channel and come from the, be a bit more general. That's not it. Let's have a look. I mean, there is sort of a parallel channel there, isn't there? I suppose that could go back to here, couldn't it? But even then, you got 2 touch points there. Yeah. Now, I don't know. Something like that looks like that could be valid. And these sort of things, have a habit of actually being bullish. So, for example, this one here, eventually broke out, and then that went upwards. It went a bit sideways, to be honest, but it did break out of the downtrend, didn't it? I suppose, what else can we see? This was a weird one. What was that? October the 10th? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? So that came down like that. Let's ignore the October the 10th, but it came out like that, didn't it? Let's find another one. Maybe that sort of thing there-ish. Broke out like that. I suppose you can just, that's the thing about trend lines and patterns and all that, is you can just, you can just put them anywhere you like, really, can't you? I suppose there's like a really big one there. When was it? Oops. When was that? That was January. That was okay. So there's been a bit of a kind of history of these, hasn't there? So does it look likely that it could come out of there? Well, there's things I'm seeing, like, for example, like a double bottom. That wasn't very good. Like a double bottom here. That's possible, isn't it? But meanwhile, everyone's talking about much, much lower targets, like 70k and stuff, which I think will happen. It's just a matter of when it will happen. Will it go up first? I'd like it to go up first and then do a proper dump, so I can get in a proper good short. That's what I really want. Yeah. Anyway, let's see if anything's going on in the chat. Kaz is here. Brilliant. I was going to have a little bit of a brainstorm later on with you guys, and because I want to get, I think come the new year, I think I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I might try a slightly newer logo. I'm going to put the camera on. I don't know. Maybe might change the time of the live stream, so I haven't got that Tuesday problem. You see, I do something on Tuesdays, and I'm supposed to be there between 12:30 and 1. So what I try and do is do the live stream at 12, and then disappear at 12:30, and then it's about a 15-minute car drive to where I go, and I'm always late. It's not a problem being late, but I prefer being early, So I don't know if it'd be better to sort of do it later that day on Tuesday. I mean, I could do that, and I keep thinking, like, if I should be covering the New York Open. Initially, I didn't want to clash with Dave doing his stonksy thing, but I think he's only doing that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday now. So I don't know if we could like stagger the time a little bit different. I know CD has just popped in here. Hello, CD. He's in the States, so obviously the later the better for him, I reckon. So I don't know. I might think about that. But anyway, but come the new year, I want to sort of have a proper attempt at actually trying to get the channel numbers up, the subscriber numbers to the channel. So I think I need to do some videos that are going to get like a lot of traffic. So I'm thinking, I'm not going to do anything to do with like Quadzilla for that, because obviously people won't know what it's all about. I'm thinking more about the people who want to know how exchanges work and all that, because I must admit, when I first started doing crypto stuff, I didn't really understand what futures or spot meant and that kind of stuff. So really quite basic stuff, yeah, good. But we'll have a look at that later. So let me look at the comments again. Profits are profits. Yeah, I know profits are profits, but it's like, when you got $80 and you think, oh, if I'd have been a bit more ballsy, it would be 800, and then I'd be much happier today, Oh, that's cool. Bybit is back in the UK, relaunching with 100 crypto trading pairs. Is that really true? If so, that's amazing, because it is my favorite exchange, I think. I mean, there are still a few things I don't like about it. Like, you can't do a trailing stop loss for a partial amount like you can in Bitunix. But the way the trailing stop loss works in Bybit is really, really, really good. There's something else I don't like as well. Oh yeah, it's when you're doing a spot buy, the actual the price you're buying that doesn't appear on the chart. I think that's Bybit. Just a few little things like that, but overall, like say like October the 10th, when every exchange was having a problem, including Bitunix, that is probably my second favorite exchange. A lot of them exchanges were having problems, and Bybit just chugged on, no problem at all. Just absolutely solid. So yeah, and I did used to use it like when I lived in France, and I actually had multiple accounts. Actually, I can't remember why I did that. I think it was when I was just trying different things out, making different videos. So I had loads of different accounts, and then they did the KYC. So then I had to have like one account, and then they tried to get everyone into the unified trading thing, and I didn't really understand what that meant at the time. I was thinking like, is that the same as like cross leverage? So I didn't really, I wasn't that keen on it. So then I started using like BitGet and things instead. And then they tightened it all down, so you couldn't use it in certain countries. I could still use it in France, but what I did was I used a Palo ID for it. So then when I moved to the UK, it was actually all right to keep the Palo ID. But if you can use it in the UK now, that's really good. I suppose I could have a quick look. I could have a quick look on this computer, couldn't I? Because this one isn't the one I'm trading on. Let me just have a little look. I won't share it just yet. Well, actually, I don't know, Scotty. It says here, we detected your IP is in the UK. To stay compliant and give you the right experience, please confirm your status below. So I assume I just say I'm not a UK. No. Hang on a minute. That's right. I don't want to accidentally dox myself. I'll just go back to the other screen for you guys. Because sometimes it says log in with with Google or something. So I don't really want to show that to the world, really. So I'm going to say I'm a UK user. And it says, where do you live? So I know you can't see this. Where do you live, United Kingdom? Create account. Oh, maybe I can. Okay, that sounds good. Let me just have a little Google of it. Bybit in the UK. Right, I'll show you this. All right. So it says Bybit launched in the UK to meet rising demand for digital asset platforms. So that was the 19th. That's today, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. The launch makes Bybit's platform available to UK users, offering access to spot trading on 100 pairs. So they've probably done it a little bit like the European one, where you can't trade futures. Okay, so I guess that's what it is. So it seems like you probably can't trade futures. Okay, well, that's probably not going to particularly interest me. However, it might fit in with one of my plans, which is, for getting new users, because I could do some videos about how to use this and do spot trading, and to be honest, I'm actually wondering if I should do a sort of, like a bit of a beginner series of videos about spot trading, and actually do a kind of like live example of how you can do it. The only thing is you're not going to get anywhere with using like $100 spot trading, really, unless you're buying and selling like proper shit coins and stuff, and you do find one that does a 10x or something. I suppose it's possible, isn't it? And we could do that with Quadzilla, couldn't we? So yeah, that might be a thing to do. Yeah, okay, I'll have a think about that. Anyway, thanks for that, Scott. Yeah, that's something I didn't know, and yeah, I might set up myself an account and do that. But I'm going to keep my worldwide one because obviously I like trading futures and stuff. I've still got that trade open, by the way, the one I showed you earlier. Let me just have a quick look. It's currently 53% in profit, which is all right. I suppose what I'll do, I think with that I can probably just add to it on pullbacks. Maybe that's probably the way to go, isn't it? Anyway, so I was talking about these parallel channel thingies, wasn't I? So it's highly possible one of these could happen, but obviously, if they can continue down as well. So zooming into that, what are we looking at? Well, you would assume if that was kind of valid, then we might be getting some resistance fairly soon. So that's probably a good time to pop on Quadzilla. This is actually the 1.7 preview, by the way, that Maff sent me. We're going to release this on Monday. I'm just using it for a few days just to see if I can see any problems with it. And so far it seems great. It seems really good. I know he's made a few tweaks to how various things work, but the important thing with this one, well, there's lots of important things, but is he's added these, what they're called, these show retracement channels, and for some reason on my big monitor it looks fine at that opacity, but I have to sort of pump it up a little bit on my MacBook just to sort of make these a bit more obvious, and you see they kind of appear like that. Okay, wasn't expecting that. I guess I've probably not looked at this much on the 4 hour time frame. All right. Anyway, we'll have a look at those in a moment. Anyway, so that's the 4 hour time frame. Right. So there's that bearish retracement up there, which obviously if we got there, we'd have broken out of the channel already. Now, the sort of thing that could happen there is if we did do that, we might go up to that level there and then bounce back, and then that could be a retest. That's a possibility, isn't it? You know, I think it's more likely just to sort of come back here, but let's see if anything else is giving those sort of vibes. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. Right. So the 1 hour had that retracement there. That was good, wasn't it? That's the sort of thing I'm looking for, you see, something like that where, the price is going up and you think, it's not going to go up that much because we got that bearish retracement there. And that one there, it did shoot over a little bit and then came back down, and down it came. I'm just going to check my phone for a minute because I'm okay. That's he can wait, no problem. All right. Yeah, okay, so is that on the 1 hour? 12-minute I also like. Right, this is getting interesting. So the 12-minute we had me scribbling all over the chart. Yeah, 12-minute, even though that level there has sort of finished, sometimes they do sort of remain as being kind of resistance levels. So we could get a bit more of a pullback from here. But at the moment, it's not looking too bad. Let's go down to the 3-minute. Yeah, this is the sort of thing. So we're not there with this one, are we? Let's just remove some of the junk. I mean, that's assuming that parallel channel was vaguely okay. So that 88,430, I'm wondering if that might be a level we might reject at in the next few hours, and then we come down. That's quite possible, isn't it? Of course, though, if we do properly do what I said earlier, and we break through that and then retest that and then go up, that's a possibility as well. In which case, we could go up, a lot higher into the 90s. That's very much a possibility. Anyway, let's have a look at the comments, because there's a lot of them. CD saying hello, CD. How are you doing? Right, happy Christmas. See you in 2026. All right, happy Christmas yourself. Are you off somewhere? WJM. Anyway, you can change time to New York Open. Yeah. Yeah, I did think that might be the way to go, actually. So the thing I do starts at 1 o'clock, and I'm pretty much done by 2. So something like, I don't know, what would be ideal for me is something like, and it's not a very good time, but it's like something like 2:20 p.m. Or even 2:25 actually. So just before the New York Open. The only problem with that is Maff kind of has to do his bit in his lunchtime, and I think he's got a certain window where his lunch hour has to be, and I think the kind of midday suits him a bit better. If he can do a little bit later, then maybe we might move it to something like 2:20, 2:25 UTC, that sort of thing. Yeah, we could try that. Right, Scott, you need tutorial videos on Quadzilla. Yes, we do indeed. We'll have a look at it in a moment. Right, Kaz saying you need to do live things as well too. It's more consistency time-wise on whatever days, so folk know where you are. I think. Yeah, that's true. There is also a kind of like YouTube aspect to it as well, and I need to look into it a bit more. But I know what YouTube likes is it likes kind of consistent times. That's why people like Sam Price, Crypto Lifer does well because he does. I don't know what time it is for him, but it's like for me, it's like 3:15 in the afternoon, UTC, and he's done that every day for like 1,800 days or something. So because of that, his channel is always up there in the YouTube algo, and he does 2 hours. I mean, he seems to love it, but it's quite a commitment, I must admit. And he is probably the most consistent YouTuber on the planet, I would say. But yeah, so there's that aspect as well, looking at it from the YouTube kind of thing. I mean, myself, I'm quite happy to just do weekend things on weekend days, and then in the week, I don't mind, dedicating an hour or so for like, that's what I do, and it's like a job, isn't it? But yeah, I think moving it a bit later might be good. Scotty, Byte News is all over X. Good news for Tap Global if UK are easing regulations. It is. However, what I learned today was that the only exchange that XTP is on is Probit, and Probit are not closing down. They're closing down in the EU because of MiCA regulations, and there's a lot of discussion about that in the Tap Telegram this morning. Stalina, the admin there, she was saying that it won't affect Tap users. I can't see how that is the case. I suppose if you're just using the app, then it's all kind of like within that, and then you don't have to go anywhere near Probit. But what I found is that when you're doing stuff like you're doing buys and stuff, you want to do limit buys for a start. Well, I do anyway, if possible, even though it's quite difficult on Probit. But I'd like to use the exchange and or an exchange. So I don't know. I think it's I don't know. Yeah, good news about the UK regulation. That's for sure. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame about Probit. Having said that, is the EU and not UK. So there is that as well. But it just needs a proper exchange, really. CD saying just my 2 cents, but this time works for me. Much later, and I'll be at work. Oh, damn. Okay, it's just really hard to please everyone, isn't it? Maybe we'll have some days like this and some days a bit later. Maybe that will work. I'll look into it. If that's kind of if that's the kind of thing that you can train the YouTube algorithm to expect, then that's what we'll go for. Right. Can you explain the retracement stats, or is that more maths area? I can have a go. It's probably better that math does it, actually. I must admit, but I can have a go. Right. So I'm a bit wheezy. Hang on a sec. Yeah, sorry about that. Right, CD. When a price on a chart with Quadzilla is heading upwards to a green retracement line, do you expect rejection there? E.g., look at XRP 1 hour chart. Okay. So XRP. Let's look at the Bitstamp. Bitstamp 1 hour. Right. Is it that green retracement you mean there? Is that what you mean there, CD? If so, that is the step 3 of that one, isn't it? So what it's done. So that's a bullish one, right? So with that one, it's done the. Let's get the arrow. So it did the step 1, which it always does. It did the step 2, which is coming back to the retracement. Pardon me. And then it actually went a lot below. Okay. So to complete that now, it needs to do the step 3. So it needs to come back there and complete that there. So that is a level you can expect it to get to. Now, if that was a bearish retracement, then I would expect it to reject from there. However, it isn't. It is a bullish one, so it's probably more likely that it would go up after that. Let's try and find one in the past and see what it did. That's not a particularly good example, because that one happened really quickly, didn't it? The price went back up, and that did actually reject a little bit from that. It's not quite the same thing though, is it? Trying to find one with like the long kind of step 3. Here's a good one. So it's a bit confused. Let me just turn off these thingies. The so I'm still finding my way around retracement channels. Right, so here's a good example, right? So this one here, this did the step 1 there, and it did a step 2 there, and it carried on quite a lot. It seems to be an XRP thing, this, where it sort of comes back and goes quite mad. Right, and then coming back up to the step 3, we got back up to there, and it was a bullish one. It continued up, and it also completed the step 3 of this bullish one here as well, and up it went. So that was pretty much as we expected. Let's find another one. It's not quite the same thing, is it? There you go. Here's one. So this one here, it did a very, very quick 1 and 2 there. Then it came down. And then when it went back up here, it reached that level and carried on upwards. So it looks like it's probably more likely that it will carry on upwards rather than reject. Here's another one as well. So it came back up here. And then up we went. Are there more? There's always more. Right, this one's a bit different. This one here did a quick 1-2, came down a lot, went back up to there, and it did reject there. Okay. Momentarily, and then it went up. So I think the way that looks, it looks like that isn't necessarily a rejection. I think it's probably more likely that it could just get to that level, sort of interact with it a little bit. Let's get the pen. Where's it gone? Yeah, so it might go up to there, might sort of interact with it a little bit, wiggle around. Hang on, is that the one I'm looking at? Oh no, it's this one down here, wasn't it? Oh, unless that's what you're looking for. Were you looking? were you looking at this one or that one? I don't know. Anyway, let me have a look at the comments. You said, yeah. Let me just check your. About to a green retracement line. Do you expect? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's the green one. Yeah. So yeah. So I'd probably say that what could happen here is, yeah, we get up to that green retracement there, wiggle around a little bit. If we go higher, and then you'd be looking at closing this bearish one here. Now that is the sort of thing that you probably will reject from there. I suppose while I'm here, I could explain the stats a little bit for Scotty, as far as I know. So you enable the stats by doing, oh, he's done it a little bit different now. He's done a, oh, okay. This is obviously version 1.7 that you'll get next week. So basically those three steps of what I was saying. So step one always happens because the retracement line starts appearing when the price is already, like say in this example, the price has already gone down. Okay, so at that point, the point where the arrowhead appears, that's the that is the start of the retracement line. Okay, so it doesn't actually start drawing like magic. So it doesn't actually start drawing here. It starts drawing here. So by that time, the price has already, in this example, come down. Let me just find a better example to show you. I know there's two here, but if we just look at, say, that one there. So yeah, so in this case, this is a bullish one. So step one is going from here to up there. Okay. Now this tells you how many step ones there's been since whatever the date is there. So that's the 1st of January 2023. Okay. So on this time frame, there's been 520 of those steps. Now, out of those, the step two, which means when it's come back to here, right? So that's when it changes from being the 2 pixel wide line to 1 pixel. Okay. When it comes back to there, that is step two. So you can see here that out of those 520 step ones, 492 have completed step two, thus getting this percentage here. Okay. So then you've also got this stat here, which is step three. Step three is the bit I was showing when it comes back and it completes by getting back to this line here, which at that point is a 1 pixel wide retracement. Okay. So that's a step three. So here you can see that out of the step ones, there are 430, out of the step ones, out of 520 step ones, there's 483 of them have completed, which is 98.17%. Now, I know that maff also likes to tweak this a little bit by, you can say that you can show the retracement step threes closed as a percentage of, oh, actually, it was set on step 2. So you can either show them as a percentage of step 2 or step 1. So if you change that to step 1, it will change the figures very slightly. So that would be 483 out of 520. Before it was 483 out of 492. So that's how you can use that. Now, this comes in useful when you're doing things like, I was looking at gold. I was looking at it on the this one here, I think. No, I wasn't. What's the oldest one? That's not it. There was like a gold one I got that was like really super old. I'm sure it was the TVC one. Maybe it wasn't. Oh, I can't remember. But anyway, I did it on one of those, and I was looking back over the last 200 years or something, and it turned out with the bullish retracements, no, with the bearish retracements, it had completed like 100% of them, but there was only like 9 in, I think it was the monthly or the yearly, I can't remember now, but there was only like 9 retracements in the whole of like 200 years, so that's when that becomes relevant, So, for example, now, say that XTP thing, not XTP, XRP, wasn't it? That I was just looking at. So let's look at XRP. That's a bit stamp. So you can see here, if you were looking, for example, for the likelihood of that green retracement there being completed, that is a step 3, and that is a bullish one. So you can see that since the 1st of January 2023, there's been 520 step 1s, and there's been 483 of those step 3s have completed. Okay. Which is 92.88%, which is quite phenomenal. So it is highly, highly likely. It's not very exciting, but it's highly, highly likely that will complete. It probably will, because it's only got a few more cents to go. But yeah, so that's kind of how you use the stats. Now, of course, that's only showing you how many of those have completed over that period of time. It's not the actual percentage likelihood of this particular one completing, although it looks like it's going to any second now. So yeah, I think we'll get Maff to explain that a little bit more next time he's on stream, because he's really good. I just want to have a quick look at that other thing, because I know this was something he was playing with. So show stats module, super up, super. This is probably what you haven't got at the moment. Oh, okay. So this is showing. This is showing the average gain. Oh, this is pretty cool. So I think we all know what the super ups are. There. Let me just show you. That's a super up there. That's like when all the stochastics are down here, and it's in like a super, super likely reversal position. And obviously, the bigger the time frame, the better. Now, we'll have to talk to him about exactly where the average gain came from. But this looks pretty good, really. So, you could say that on the 1 hour time frame, there's been 20 bullish XRP super up signals, and 60% of them have succeeded. Now we need to find out what he means exactly by succeeded. Maybe I'd be surprised if he hasn't done like really comprehensive tool tips about it. Let's have a look. Maybe that's a work in progress. Yeah, it looks like he hasn't done the thing for that at the moment, but yeah. Okay, we'll have to ask him about that next time. Next time he's on stream, which should be Monday probably, unless he fancies doing anything over the weekend. Cool. So let's put that on none. Okay, that's a little bit different to how it is at the moment. All right, that looks pretty interesting though with the super up thing. Can I just go back to Bitcoin for a moment because just noticed it looking fairly interesting. Okay. So what we did get here is we've got these EMAs crossing on the 1 hour, the yellow and the green one, 21 and 55. Got those crossing bullish now, so that might be good for a little bit more up, and we've got a bullish retracement there. So wherever that goes up to, it'll probably come back down to here. So if that does break out, that might be the retracement level, if you like, for like doing a kind of bounce on that parallel channel, assuming that I haven't drawn it particularly well, maybe, or maybe I have, I don't know. See what I'm saying? So for example, if the price did break out from here, right, went up like that, then wouldn't it be really cool if that came back down to here, which is that level there, dipped slightly below it, and then went up again? I wonder if that might happen. That'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? Either way, I think from here, if we do get a bit of a pump, maybe at New York Open, then if we went up here and then we start to see sort of like, topping signs down here. And I'll tell you what I really like for that is the 12-minute super down, because these have been really good at like finding these tops. So that might be a thing to do, sort of, if it does break out of here, look for a 12-minute super down and then consider doing the short back down again. That's something I might try. Yeah, that'd be good. All right. All right, let's just have a little look at the comments. So yeah, we'll get maff to do the replacement stats. A bit of an explanation on those. So Scotty saying Epstein file dropping today, allegedly done F. There's also that triple witching thing today as well, which is like when loads of like options expire all at the same time. I don't know tons about it, but we'll have a look. Quadzilla picked quant retracement levels to a flipping T. I love this indicator. Brilliant. Quant, okay. Oh God, I've got to have a look. Is that quant or QNT or? That's not it, is it? Is it? Is it this one? I'm assuming it's probably QNT, isn't it? QNT. I forgot what you said now. Hang on. Well, it depends what time frame you're on, I suppose. Yeah, and like I said before, bear in mind these don't just expire if they stop drawing. It's just a sort of limitation of the Pine script, and also if they drew forever, your charts would look crazy, wouldn't it? But yeah, that obviously found a lovely one there, and it's just been completing them brilliant, like mad. Excellent. Oh, that's great. I'm really pleased you're enjoying it, Scotty. Yeah, it's great. I keep meaning to. We've got to do this. We've got to do the thing where we have we use the pub thing in the Discord, and we have like a little chat, even have a beer at the same time if you like. But have a chat about strategies and stuff. And I think within that we can do like screen shares and stuff. So if you want to talk about different people's strategies, I think that'd be a really nice thing to do. We just need to agree a time when everyone's available. I think most of us are kind of like, I think most of us are sort of like Europe or UK, and then we got CD over in the States. And then we got people in Germany, Spain, Portugal. So I think we're all in similar-ish time zones. So yeah, we just need to find a time that works well, really. Okay. That's a really nice. That was a really nice comment, Scotty. I really like that. Version 1.7. Happy Christmas to us. Absolutely, that will be your Christmas present. Okay, Scotty. No worries. We can wait till math's on. Yeah, he obviously made it, so he can understand. Oh, Nick's here. Oh, hello, Nick. Right, use VRP CD might help to show you where trading volume is. Which VRP do you use? I really like that VRP standard deviation band. I really like that. Thanks. Okay. Bullish retracement on 15-minute Bitcoin back down to 85636. Oh, did that just happen? Oh yeah. QNT. Yeah, I thought it was. We're going down the pub. Who was that? Was that Sham69? Was it? No, I can't remember. Kaz, ooh, like the pub strategy. I do. No, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be like, be quite good. I mean, we can do that in the Discord because it's like, it's one of the features of it. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to move everything over from Telegram to Discord, so we had that available. Sham69, there you go. Brilliant. All right. So I was a bit intrigued by what did you say? 15 minutes, something. All right. Bullish retracement on 15-minute BTC. Let's have a look. So what do I normally look at? It's normally the BTC one, isn't it? BTC buy bit. That's where I'm scribbling all over. All right. So 15 minutes. That one there. Yeah. Yeah. You see, so, we've had this this bearish retracement here. I mean, you can see these. You don't always see the bits of them, but basically what you had with this was this, step one was down to here, step two up to here, and then the step three happened like really, really quickly. You see, so basically it kind of like, because it was the bearish one, it kind of went down and back up again. And that closed the step three. And, it was a bearish one, so it came down a little bit. That's pretty much what happens, really. But you see, it kind of just, interacts at that thing, at that level, doesn't it? But yeah. What was it now? Almost 1 o'clock. So got like an hour and a half before things happen. It'd be really interesting to see what happens. So this existing home sales, does that affect things much? I can't remember. Everything affects it a little bit, doesn't it? I don't think that's a big one, though, is it? Okay. Ooh, sorry. Right. Yeah, so I was kind of thinking, you know, what for getting new people on. You know, what if you can imagine when you start. I think everyone here is quite experienced now, aren't they? Sort of, but you know, when you first started using an exchange, you know, what kind of things were you looking for? I mean, I know with me is I suppose it's very basically, you know, how to deposit. I think would be a good one. I suppose actually even how to buy crypto, because I always assume that everybody already has a bit of crypto, and then when they go to an exchange, they just deposit crypto in there, and then they're off. You know, and that way you can use non-KYC exchanges, that kind of thing. So you can do that. So I know this is not, you know, probably that interesting to you guys, but I'm just trying to think how to get new people in. I just wondered if anyone had any ideas how to buy crypto. I'll tell you one thing I didn't understand is I didn't know what Tether was. And I used to think, what is USDT? I thought it was obviously a bit like USD. Maybe that's just what they mean by. And I actually thought, even when I was trading with USDT, I actually thought I was trading dollars. And then I realized I didn't have any money. So I had to sort of change like my euros into USDT rather than USD. And that was all quite confusing at first. So that's the thing. But I don't know if anyone gets any ideas about this kind of thing, then just let me know. I suppose the difference between spot futures, a lot of people don't understand that. I didn't even at first. I didn't even know why people talked about longing and shorting rather than buying and selling. I didn't understand the difference. So that might be a good video as well. I'm just thinking, like, you know, short little 3-minute videos, like, you know, how to do various things. And then what I'll do, I'll put them on this site on savewithcrypto.org, and it'll just be there as a resource. So we can get like new people to come along, hopefully start using our exchange links. That way we get a little bit of commission, all helps. And then we can sort of get them as regular viewers, and then hopefully get them using Quadzilla. That's my plan for 2026, you know. But I've really got to do this because yeah, I just need to get the income up a little bit, whether it's from exchange fees or, you know, affiliate stuff, or if it's from Quadzilla sales, or if it's from, I don't know, something else really. I mean, I do get approached by the odd sponsor here and there, but I really don't like sponsored videos, you know. But I suppose if you kind of know that's what it is, and, you know, I'm talking about something I've never spoken about before, you'd sort of know and probably not watch it, which is fine, you know. I don't know. I'm not really interested in doing that, to be honest. Because it'd be really nice to have, like, you know, math full time on the channel. But he can't do it at the moment because he's got a job that pays him nice money. So yeah. Okay. Oh, all right. Kaz said difference between spot futures. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. I think that's a really good, like, beginner question, isn't it? Where's my thing gone? Right. I might just go through these things. GGP. Okay. Is that on? Can you get that on something like Trading 212 or something? I'll have a look. Gold mining stocks. That sounds very cool. Biggest gold mine in Australia, apparently. Okay. Right, that sounds cool. Right. So yeah, spot futures coin M. Okay, that's good. Yeah, coin spot and futures. So let's add. So I'm just doing two things at once there. What was that GGP, wasn't it? GGP. Is that Great Land Resources, is it? Is that what it is? I've got Great Land Resources. I don't know. Is that the same thing? Spot and futures, coin M and USDT M. And that's confusing as well, because sometimes coin M gets called inverse perpetual, and USDT M gets called USDT perpetuals, doesn't it? So yeah, thank you, Kaz, for that. That's brilliant. Bite-sized crypto knowledge snippets. Yeah, I tell you, I saw a really good YouTube short once, and it was like a guy explained to this girl. No, he was saying, okay, what does that and that mean? And she was saying that's a downtrend. What does that mean? So that's a uptrend. What's that? That's a change of character. What's that? That's an order block. And it was like, it was really good. I just can't find it again because it was absolutely brilliant, and it was like just a 1 minute YouTube short, you know. But I want to do something like that myself. Do you think people want those types of videos saved? YouTube is saturated with those types of tutorials. I don't know, to be honest. Actually, I'm just trying to think how to get new people. And you know, I meet people, and they say, to be honest, it's actually more basic than that. It's that they say, "Where do you buy Bitcoin from? Like, who sells it?" And obviously the answer to that isn't that straightforward, is it? You know, I normally go like, well, get a Swissborg app, you know, and obviously that isn't relevant for every country. And I don't know, I suppose these days I'd probably say use Bitunix, but then you have to do the KYC stuff. But so I've never done that. So I don't know. I'm massively open to suggestions. I think for UK people, I think what might be quite good, actually, bearing in mind what happened in the budget. So the limit for cash ISAs is down now. So people are going to be looking at stocks and shares ISAs more than cash ISAs. So I think something like how to, you know, pick and choose stocks to go in your stocks ISA. I think that might be quite good. Let's write that down. So that's right. Stocks and shares. The only thing is, it's not quite my expertise, you know. But there again, I do it, so I obviously know a little bit more than most people. I think that's going. It's that sort of thing, you know, where like the laws change. So what are people going to be looking for? But yeah, the thing about the exchanges, though, I was thinking if I do specific ones, you know, like say I do like a Bitunix one on how to do this, that sort of thing. But also my idea is like it will be a page on this site, SaveWithCrypto, so all the resources will be in the same place. And hopefully when people get to that page, they'll think, oh, I may as well subscribe anyway. So so there is that. Okay. I would show Quadzilla successive calls like TMG shows the competitor. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to use that second channel for, though, because I know you can get into dodgy territory if you're showing like live trades and stuff. So just in case, I want to use that second channel for that. Yeah. which I think I've put a link for in the description down below. And while you are down there, by the way, do give the video a like. Not video. Do give the live stream a like, because it really does help. Yeah. So if someone searches for what is coin M on Bitunix, then I've got hopefully an up-to-date video about that. So yeah, Quadzilla calls. Yeah, let's put that. So this will be more for like a Quadzilla section though. But but you're right. I think it might be quite good for new people, and maybe if we do some sort of New Year type of offer, we could get new people. I always think people need to learn how to trade a little bit first before they start using an indicator. Because if they sort of rely on the indicator blindly, I don't want them sort of like losing their money, then blaming me. And, that wouldn't be good. Right. CD. One way to get users might be to produce content that is interesting to crypto curious, like why crypto is a good investment. Brilliant. Yeah, let's put that in. Let's put that at the top. Right, why crypto is a good investment. Brilliant. Thanks for that, Sadie. All right. Question number 1, that will be. Well, video number 1. All right, thanks for that. Awesome. Scott, you see your point, but can you use Quadzilla as a tool while show that stuff and try to make it extra user-friendly? A lot of them are confusing at first and assume prior understanding. Yeah. I'm actually, yeah, like I was saying yesterday, I want to come up with some really good strategies and stuff where I can use. I mean, it won't be the most profitable way of doing things, but maybe I'll use those new parallel channel things as a kind of way that beginners can do some trading. Maybe even just do it like no leverage trades, just do like spot trading and just, prove that it works, maybe something like that. Okay, GGP via Hargreaves Lansdown. I actually applied for a Hargreaves Lansdown account, and they were supposed to email me and say your account's up and running, but I can log in, so I assume it's done. But so yeah, okay. Oh yeah, Greatland. Okay, yeah. In which case, yeah, I can get it on Trading 212, which is what I use. So brilliant. Up 366%. Bloody hell, that's a lot, isn't it? Right. What the hell is the network blockchain digital? Oh, right, excellent. Right. Right, I need to get this question. Let me just see if I can cut and paste it from somewhere. I'll have to. I'll do that later. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put here. I'll put what the hell, and I'll put Kaz question. I'll put today's date. Okay. Awesome. I will paste that in later. And this is just my rough list, but it might become the real page. Maybe called I don't know, a better title than that, Crypto Basics or something like that. That's cool. All right, thanks very much, everyone, for your help here. That's great. Also, how differs to regular banking making money from your money advantages over old school? Yeah, good point. Right. I shall be cutting and pasting these into my little notes very soon. Definitely risk, reward, leverage, position size, again, in super simple terms, minus fluff. Okay, I can do my best. SOMO isn't always shoved in a library somewhere, so it makes people actually watch it, or so many links I've saved and never used. Not too long, so I just, yeah, that's why I'm thinking of like making the videos, like embedding them on a page on my website, so I can then just like link to that in the video descriptions or live stream descriptions and say like go there and check out these videos there. The only thing is like I know if you do like exchange stuff, it tends to become out of date quite quickly, because it's interesting how they change stuff like quite subtly over the years, and like, if I was to look at like a Bybit video from like 3 years ago, it would look incredibly like ancient. It's weird. It's almost like you don't notice them changing. It's like watching your kids grow up. You don't really notice them getting older, and all of a sudden they're an adult. Nothing happened. Oh, what with the Japan thing? Yeah. Well, it was exactly as expected, wasn't it? So, and the effect of it was kind of counteracted by good CPI data yesterday. So I think that's what happened there for the moment. Well, let's see what happens at 2:30. Kaz, maybe some stuff in order so you can say, well, okay, you can get this, can watch this. Sorry, maybe some stuff in an order so you can say, well, now you get this, you can watch it. Okay, all right. Yeah, Scotty, that post you sent me on X, I did start watching that. It was quite interesting. It was a bit depressing as well, to be honest. It just makes me realise that the UK is a bit effed, actually, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. I moved back here in 2022 after being in France for 20 years, and it's some bits of it I like, and some bits I think, my God, what's going on here? And the current government is just a shambles in my mind. Kaz, I will stop gabbling now. Just know how confusing it is at first. Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted to ask. So thank you very much, Kaz, and thank you everybody else who's helped there, like CD and Scotty. What's the significance of the maroon retracement line rather than the red? Maroon. Maroon retracement line. Oh, hang on. What are you looking at? Not sure what you mean there, Scotty. For a while we did have, for a while we used to have the faster retracements, starting off slightly different. They used to have like a cyan head to them, and then we just decided they're just as good as the other retracements. So yeah, I don't quite know what you mean there. There is, when you get the 21 and 55 converging, we do get these shaded areas. So I don't know if that's what you mean, but like, say when they're coming together bullish, you get like a green shaded area. And then when you get them going bearish, it's quite hard to see actually. When they're going bearish, you get a kind of purple. That's not what you mean, is it? Or is it my purple candles that are confusing you? Or is it the lines I already had on my chart? Maybe that was it. I know sometimes I tend to put monthly levels on in purple, so maybe that's it. I'm not sure. Right, I'm probably gonna have to go in a moment, but yeah, not quite sure what that is. Oh, so you're from Twitch. It's the spammer from Twitch. Okay. UK EFT, understand. Yeah. It's that Starmer fella. I don't know. I don't even know why he's Prime Minister. Anyway. Yeah, go. Marine retracement of 52 on 552.57 Blofin chart. What asset is that? 552. I don't know what that is. I'm still on WordPress. Oh yeah. My classic mistake. Yeah, no, I don't know what which ones, which maroon lines. If it's something like, you see, I tend to put these on manually. That there is not. They aren't Quadzilla lines. They're monthly retracement lines. Not retracement. They're monthly pivot points, if you like. Which I tend to draw on manually. So say, for example, that was the bottom of that wick there. This one was the bottom of that wick there. This one was where I went from like green to red there. This one was where I went from red to green there. This one here was where I went from green to red, red to green. I tend to put those on because they're normally prices where you can see some reaction on smaller time frames. That might be what you mean, maybe. How are we doing price wise anyway? 87. Yeah, we're just hovering around this level, aren't we? Right. BCH, Bitcoin Cash, BCH chart, BCH Blofin. Let's have a look. So BCH, I suppose that's USDT, isn't it? So that and you said what did you say? 15-minute 552. So 15-minute 552. I can't see it. I can't see it, Scotty. Maybe post it in the Discord and we'll take a look at it. That's probably the best thing to do, isn't it? I don't really know what that is. Perpetual chart. What perpetual as in? Let's change that to Blofin. So that one. Do you mean this one here? This red one here? If you do, that is the step 3 part of this bearish retracement. So what that means, is that went from there down to there. That was step 1. Step 2 was when it retraced. but it overshot, as it sometimes does, quite a lot actually. So that means, bearing in mind that hasn't finished drawing, because they don't really, that means the price is likely to come down to there at some point, which looks like an easy trade. But the problem is we don't really know if it will go up much more first. I'd probably suggest, looking here, it looks like these 12-minute super downs are reasonably reliable. Sorry, they're not 12-minute, are they? Let's try it 12-minute. Okay, so that one there was good. That one there was good. That one there was good. Yeah. So I don't know. What you think? Are you thinking a short down to here? Quite possible. Quite possible. That's Bitcoin. Oh, no, Bitcoin Cash. Yeah. So yeah, that is quite possible. It would have been nice to have seen something showing a bit more of a topping sign there, but there again, we did get the convergence band going right up here, so that was pretty good. So yeah, be an interesting trade, I must admit. How big's that? So if that came down to there, and it is a bearish one, so it could possibly go lower, but you have got the bullish one there, so it might bounce there. Either way, you know, 7%, 7.7% dump you could get. I don't know. I don't know a lot about this asset though. Does it follow Bitcoin quite a lot? I guess it probably does, doesn't it? But yeah. Right. Okay. Looks like we got there in the end. Are you colorblind? I don't know if you're colorblind. I mean, hexadecimally, it is red. so maybe you are. Oh, okay. All right. Brilliant. Oh, we got there in the end. Brilliant. All right. Already short. Oh, brilliant. Okay. Well, good luck with that. That's looking good. It'd be nice if Bitcoin does dump sooner or later, and then that'll probably drag everything down with it, and you'll be really happy. But yeah, meanwhile, I think we'll have to see what happens when the market's open. But I would love something like that. I don't mind if we get something a bit more like that. If it goes to the moon, I'll be still happy because my little Bybit trade will still be in profit. So that's good. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very, very much for everyone coming along today. Actually, one more comment from CD. UK support for Ukraine remains ironclad, writes Chancellor Rachel Reeves, reacting to the agreed 90 billion EU loan to Ukraine. Always, no, I don't know. It's a lot to be said for that, charity starts at home kind of thing, isn't it, really? And I don't know. It's just like I struggle a little bit with I don't know, just the way things are these days. Actually, I think we need to be looking after ourselves a bit more, really, and all that. Anyway, cheers, Kaz. No, thank you very much as well for your input. That's great. I shall be adding your bits to my list later on, and I'll get to work doing that. Right, if you've got anything out of today at all, can you please give the live stream a great big fat like? Any questions, leave them in the comments, or I don't know, ask us in the Discord. It's Friday, isn't it? So yeah, have a great weekend. My plan over Christmas, I think I will carry on doing live streams. Christmas Day, I'm actually going to go out to my sister-in-law's for Christmas dinner at about midday. So I probably won't do a stream on Christmas Day. Although I might do a video. I might do one of them premiere. Oh no, I'll just do a video. But yeah, it might be a silly one. You never know. But other than that, I think I'll try and keep it up over then. There might be a few days though. I might have a few sort of like family days out and stuff, so I might not be around. So I don't know. I'll keep you posted anyway. I'll definitely try and do something each day anyway. So you won't be. You won't be left alone anyway. So final words from Scotty. World's gone mad. Yeah, I know. What you got here? BlackRock has deposited. I know. People keep buying up ETH, and it doesn't really move that much, doesn't it? It's really weird. I suppose it's just below 3K now. It's not bad. But yeah, all right. Thanks everyone. I should have probably shielded the stuff, but I think everyone here's got it now, haven't they? so yeah, that's why we need the new people. And I love you all, but it'd be great to have some new people as well. All right, take care, everyone. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch up with you over the weekend. And otherwise, I'll be back here with maff on Monday. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.